SAMSON Sky Switchblade. 13 years ago, a group of American engineers wondered how to make aviation more accessible and useful to ordinary people. The answer was obvious: flying cars. They founded the company SAMSON Sky, and last year they presented Switchblade, the world's first fully fledged flying car. But its story spreads over many, many years. Switchblade's first flight was scheduled somewhere between 2009 and 2010. However, it only took place in July 2012. Besides, it was a 1/4 scale model that went up in the air. In 2014, the first parts made of carbon fiber were shown. By 2016, the same material was used to build the wings. The same year, their folding mechanism was demonstrated too. The launch of the prototype was planned for late 2018, but was postponed. We're still waiting for the first flight of the working prototype to take place. The idea is as follows. The Switchblade will be able to move both on the ground and in the air. You just drive it to the nearest airfield like a regular car, spread the wings and go up. Some specifications are already known. The length in land mode is 5.1 meters, and in flight mode is 6.2 meters. The transformation takes only 3 minutes. The maximum flight speed is up to 322 km per hour, while the driving speed is up to 201 km per hour. The maximum range reaches 724 km. The maximum payload is 247 kilograms. The estimated cost of the vehicle is going to be $120,000. YAWBOARD. Personal electric vehicles are becoming more and more popular and affordable every year. This is not surprising, because they're very convenient and allow you to travel faster and save time. We shouldn't forget, however, that most modern models still have significant disadvantages. They're either heavy, cumbersome and not too convenient, or have a low speed and power reserve. That is why Ray Reynolds from London decided to create a brand new personal electric vehicle, one that would not have the listed disadvantages. Meet YAWBOARD, a fancy 4-wheeled scooter which takes travel to a whole new level. It moves at a speed of up to 35 km per hour, traveling up to 32 km in one go. YAWBOARD is stable, safe, capable of riding uphill at 30 degrees, and doesn't mind a slight bit of off-roading. The folding design facilitates storage and transportation, and the price starts at $870. Ballistic Cycles Bikes. Our next guest stars are motorcycles with an unusual and spectacular design that makes it impossible to pass by them. Both models on display are custom-made. They were handmade by the specialists of the American workshop Ballistic Cycles. The first model is the Turbo Hubless Chopper. It's pretty simple and old compared to the other model, which belongs to the renewed 2020 generation. It features an electric motor and a power reserve of 240 kilometers. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds. The top speed is 200 kilometers per hour. The unusual hubless 30-inch wheels are milled from a monolithic workpiece. The braking system is built directly into the wheel too. It's hard to believe, but every detail of the motorcycles was designed individually to perfectly fit the model. SB-1 Defiant. Here's a vehicle that was designed specifically for the US Army. The SB-1 Defiant is a joint project of two major world-famous companies, Sikorsky Aircraft and Boeing. The model is still under development, although it has already had its first test flight. It took place on March 21, 2019. But that's not all. Just a few months ago, it became known that the helicopter managed to develop a record speed in its class, flying at a speed of 205 knots, or almost 380 kilometers per hour. However, in October, a new record was set when the helicopter reached 390 kilometers per hour. For comparison, The UH-60 Blackhawk's top speed is 360 km/h, so it's probably no surprise that the SB1 Defiant is going to replace it. You've probably already noticed the main feature of this model, its coaxial screws and the pusher rotor in the rear. The SB1 Defiant was not designed for cargo delivery. Instead, it's fast, maneuverable, and it accommodates up to 12 people in full combat uniforms. AKROPOVIC Full Moon. Even though this project didn't take 10 years to develop, 800 hours of work by skilled designers and engineers are also quite a lot. And yes, that's how much time it took to create the motorcycle that you're seeing now on your screen. Full Moon is the brainchild of two companies, the Slovenian manufacturer of exhaust systems AKROPOVIC and the Slovenian Dream Machine Motorcycles Workshop. The model was named after its most remarkable detail, a 30-inch wheel made of carbon and aluminium. Full Moon is a unique motorcycle, which the developers ask not to put into any categories. The vehicle is powered by a 1524cc S&S Knucklehead engine, which was additionally improved by two AKROPOVIC cast-iron exhaust pipes. The GMC Hummer EV. It is believed that electric vehicles are inferior to regular vehicles in power, strength, and other important parameters. But modern manufacturers are doing everything possible to debunk this idea. The Hummer EV from GMC was launched this year. Sales are scheduled to start at the end of 2021. This is a tough-looking electric SUV, a worthy successor of the Hummer, which many people know and love. Inside there are 3 hidden engines that deliver 1,014 horsepower and 15,500 Nm of torque. The car also features 35-inch wheels with off-road tires, a bottom covered with steel, and an air suspension. Together, they increase the clearance by 149 mm, giving the vehicle cross-country ability. The Hummer EV can easily overcome a 457mm high vertical obstacle, or a ford up to 610mm deep. It takes approximately 3 seconds to go from 0 to 100 km/h. Loyal Wingman. It is hard to believe, but even though this aircraft is moving, there is no pilot inside it. Yes, you are looking at the Loyal Wingman, one of the first unmanned planes in the world. It's designed to act as a teaming aircraft that is controlled by a parent aircraft. It is being developed by Boeing for the Australian Air Force. In October this year, it made its first run at the airfield. For safety, the aircraft didn't accelerate more than 26 km/h, but it still looked impressive. The developers checked all the main systems: control, fuel, brake, as well as the engine operation. STRINGBIKE. The last vehicle on our list is an unusual, ultra-modern bike. The first thing that catches the eye when you look at it is the lack of a chain. Its experts have replaced it with their own invention, a mechanism with nylon strings. Pressing the pedal stretches the strings. They're reeled and rolled off the pulleys, driving the wheel. Does the system have any advantages? Of course. The bike moves more smoothly, easily, and quickly. It makes less noise, and also eliminates the need to get your hands dirty with chain oil. On top of that, the bike has 19 speeds and an easy shift system. The range includes 4 models at a minimum price of $1,100.